What's up? Welcome to Motalk,
Motalk.
the podcast where people who know absolutely nothing talk about absolutely everything and drink Mo.
Mo.
I'm Austin.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Scotty.
I'm Nanner.
And I'm Dallas. And today, we're going to be talking about the lifelong question, age-old question, is a hot dog a sandwich? And so if anyone would like to lead us off on this, does anyone have a strong opinion one way or the other?
How I define a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with all the shit in between.
Separate pieces of bread.
Separate pieces of bread.
So you're saying a hot dog is not a sandwich?
No.
I agree. A hot dog is absolutely not a sandwich.
Question. So when you have a sub, you start with like a big baguette. They normally cut, like through it, but they normally leave that, that connection with that friction. So then it's like an easy fold over, and that's a sub sandwich. That's just the name of the game. So
And it is called a sub sandwich.
Yeah, but the bread is still connected on that end.
But sandwich is in the name of that. It's not a hot dog sandwich.
So if
It's
someone
a
tells
hot
you that
dog.
something is a sandwich, are you going to say, oh, yes, because it's in the name?
Yes.
Even if
usually.
there's 2 pieces of bread that are connected?
No, I totally agree. There's no argument there. That's a sandwich.
Okay.
So let's say you were, instead of just filling it with fillings, you fill it with hot dogs. Is that still a sandwich?
If you had hot dogs underneath 2 pieces of bread.
Okay, so my first week in Lisbon, Portugal, I was in a really small town, and mistakenly I ordered a hot dog off the menu. What I got was 2 pieces of bread, lettuce, chopped up hot dog all over, mayo, and potato chips between 2 pieces of bread. That is a sandwich containing a hot dog.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
That sounds delicious, wasn't
It
it?
was terrible.
Damn. I was really hoping
So-
it would be good.
So I think we can agree that filling aside, if you have 2 pieces of bread or something that's like bread, and with filling in between, then that's a sandwich, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, what about this? What if you had 2 tortillas and then filling in between?
Quesadilla.
But what if there's no cheese?
Yeah,
Then what would you put in
Then
the
it's a
middle?
wrap.
but it's
I-
not wrapped.
I think it would fall under the label of a sandwich because it's still 2 pieces of
That's what I'm saying.
bread with stuff in between and
Okay.
it's not connected.
So then, like a quesadilla is just a grilled cheese.
It's under the realm of sandwich. A
Okay.
big sandwich umbrella.
Can you have a sandwich without bread?
Sure. Yeah.
Like what?
Like with 2 pieces of lettuce. That's
Like
a sandwich.
protein style in and out.
Like a burger is very clearly a sandwich, right?
Yes.
But you can have lettuce buns instead, and I think that's still a sandwich.
Agreed.
So anything that's in between the space of 2 things.
2 similar things.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'd be playing around with open-faced sandwiches, which
Well,
are
I'm
totally
thinking the
different
tortilla
topic.
is a stretch.
You
If
think
I
so?
see a tortilla with a bunch of stuff inside, I'm not gonna say that's a
A
sandwich.
tortilla is more of a stretch than lettuce.
Why can't I picture
Yeah,
a
what's
tortilla?
that about?
A tortilla? Something you put a taco in or a burrito in?
Taco. Burrito.
Well, so I think we kind of phased over a very critical part of the argument, which is the connection between the 2 pieces. So is your argument, if it's connected, then it's not a sandwich? So the sub sandwich is a misnomer.
Yeah, you're saying it's just.
I'm not. No, I don't think it's all in the connection.
It is all in
Well,
the
it's-
connection?
Not all in the connection.
Okay.
So
It's
what else?
So-
what other factors?
What makes a sandwich?
I don't know, but a hot dog is not a sandwich.
So how about this? You take a hot dog and you break the connection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, hot dog.
That's a sandwich.
Hot dog.
What?
I've broken the connection many a time.
You've been
if you
eating
load
sandwiches.
that guy up, right, the connection will break.
So you have 2 pieces of bread with some filling.
I have a stumper. What if you take an actual piece of bread, you put a hot dog in it, you fold it, and it breaks?
Well, I think the whole piece of normal bread around a hot dog is its own issue. But yeah, I don't even know what to call that. It's not really even like a hot dog.
Is
or
it a sandwich?
No.
We can talk about conceptualizing here. I think that's the
Right.
core of everything. But that's just
So,
a whole thing.
I think that even if it is connected, it should still classify as a sandwich. Like, I think a taco is a sandwich.
Oh my
A
god.
taco's 100% a sandwich.
Interesting.
Oh
my
my
goodness, you guys
Weird.
are.
Also, a euro is also
A euro,
Oh,
I think a
that-
euro is very clearly a sandwich.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
no.
a taco and a euro are closer to a wrap than a sandwich
But-
because it's one piece folded, connected together, holding something.
Yeah, but it's not wrapped.
But it,
It's a
to
whole.
a degree, it's wrapped. It's folded. It's not sandwiched
So,
like two.
I think everyone pulls out the whole wrap argument, and I think a wrap is a sandwich.
Interesting.
I don't think wraps really exist.
So a burrito's a sandwich.
Fuck.
That's bold. That is bold.
Because that would mean a burrito.
I'm
So
not
what's
over
the
a
difference-
taco being a
What's the
sandwich.
difference between a wrap and a burrito?
Well, I think a burrito. If we're playing with the wrap idea, that a burrito is a wrap.
But okay. Then why are there two different names? Is it just a culture thing?
No, it's like a burrito's a wrap, but a wrap's not necessarily a
Mhm.
burrito.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
it's like
Burrito falls
You
within the
make wraps
classification.
all the time.
I do make wraps all the time, but I don't make burritos.
Yeah,
you can,
exactly.
What if you put hummus in there,
Then that is a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that the substance is
Mm.
also important.
Ooh,
Yes,
that matters a lot.
yes.
If you think about it, for example, a cake is some form of carbs with sauce in between.
Whoa.
Frosting.
He's like,
Wow.
a sandwich.
Oh.
No!
Wait. And then a lasagna is also carbs with sauce in between.
You're throwing in
so
some
Wait, say the
curveballs.
thing about lasagna again.
a lasagna is carbs with sauce in between. So is a
Yeah,
lasagna a cake? Or is a cake a lasagna? I don't even
Or
know
are
which
they-
way that would go.
Or are they both sandwiches?
Which came
I
first?
think they're both
the
sandwiches.
multi-layered sandwich.
Right, because if you have bread filling bread,
that's a sandwich.
clearly a sandwich.
It's just a Big Mac.
Yeah. And a Big Mac's a sandwich. So is a cake a sandwich?
A cake is not a
Does
sandwich.
substance matter?
do you
Does
need-
what's in the cake
Yeah.
matter?
Yes.
Or
Do
the
you need
sandwich?
meat to be a sandwich?
No.
No.
Okay.
So I would argue.
Can a sandwich be sweet?
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you're- Yeah.
Chocolate
Like a
sandwiches.
sweet teriyaki sandwich.
Yeah, Nutella.
Nutella,
Right.
banana,
Right.
peanut butter.
Of course. So I think what matters primarily in a sandwich is the layering, right? Because you could have two rocks sandwiching some dirt, and that's a dirt rock sandwich, right?
It's delicious.
Damn.
So then you're saying that a taco and a hot dog are not a sandwich because you just said the layering is the important
Well,
part.
No,
I
but that
think-
brings us back.
Right, because I do think if you look at it crosswise, you do have the same layering regardless of the outside connection.
Okay, Dallas. Next time you go to your favorite taco place
Uh-huh.
and you look up there, you like portobello mushroom maybe? What do you
Uh-huh,
like?
sure,
Okay, you go up and you say, hey, I'd like 2 portobello mushroom sandwiches. And you report back and let us know what they say.
I am devilishly interested in
We
doing
might
that.
have to do some field research.
And the
Yeah.
thing
I have
is
to do some
also,
field research.
I feel like the average person hasn't thought about it as much as we are right now, so they probably just don't know
Mm.
yet.
Yeah.
You know, that it could be a sandwich.
Sure.
They just don't know
I
yet.
do think a critical part is the connection, because I'd be willing to argue that the connection negates the sandwich.
So you think a sub isn't a sub sandwich?
I think it could be like if there's wraps, why can't there be folds? You know,
Yeah.
it falls under the classification of maybe even a folded open face sandwich, which
That's
is still a
crazy.
sandwich.
What about this? A sandwich isn't the word sandwich isn't a noun, it's a verb.
Mm.
To be sandwiched. So it's
So-
just it's things that are sandwiched between anything.
So is a wrap. It's
Exactly.
something that's wrapped.
Well,
Ooh.
well,
Ooh.
true. But I would say even wraps are sandwiches because they're sandwiching all the material on
By
the inside.
wrapping.
By wrapping.
That is a massive crucial point.
I would argue in that thought sense that wraps have a common ancestor with sandwiches, you know? They're not different, but they're under the same...
Yeah,
They're
because I
kind of
think
umbrella.
once it's one homogenous thing completely surrounding it, I think that is a wrap.
They're like...
So, but like a taco has...
Well, how about this?
Fuck.
Is a corn dog then a wrap?
No.
The dog is wrapped in the corn.
Sure, but you never wrap it.
It's dipped.
Someone. Oh my gosh.
It's a
you're
dip.
right.
It's a dip.
It's like a dipped cone.
Corn
Is a
dogs are
dip-
fried on sticks.
Is a dipped cone a sandwich? Or a wrap?
No.
No,
It's a dip.
no.
We're getting out of bounds here.
No, these are real.
So
I think the act of the sandwiching is important.
yeah.
The dipping of a corn dog or of an ice cream cone doesn't.
I think what we found so
Doesn't
far
work.
is it's all about the action being take place. Do you sandwich? Do you wrap? Do you dip? But then
But I
my
would say you don't sandwich a hot dog.
That's fair.
You
I
lay
fold.
on top a hot dog, you lay on top a pickle, you get
Ugh.
the tomatoes on there, and you maybe fold it a little, but you are not putting those fully
I think
together.
you're right.
It's a dog fold.
It's a dog
So
fold.
also, the angle at which the two buns are to each other doesn't make it more or less of a hot dog. Because you could have the bun completely flat, lay the hot dog in with all the toppings, and eat it like that.
Yeah.
Versus really tight up next to it, it's
Parallel
still a
or
hot dog.
obtuse, it's a hot dog.
Right.
I still think that a fold is still a wrap.
really
Yes.
so tacos. Are
I
wraps.
think that is like a 180 of a wrap classifies it as a wrap.
Okay.
You know, the
So-
folding it all around.
Is a dumpling a wrap?
It would have to be.
I mean, if you like.
If the
round
cake
it-
is a lasagna, then a dumpling's a wrap.
I could not have said it better myself.
Oh no, but I think both cakes and lasagnas are sandwiches.
Cake is to lasagna. As dumpling
Okay,
is to
that
wrap.
yes,
Wow.
They have to be, right?
yes, I agree.
Well, same with dumpling. Like, so I always like to play the is a Pop-Tart a ravioli or not? Oh, sorry. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli, right? Because they're pretty much identical.
I see that.
But then, based on what we've been talking about, I would argue that they're both sandwiches.
A Pop Tart?
No, but they're,
No, they're stuffed.
You're wild enough
In
here.
that logic, is an Uncrustable not a sandwich?
Is an Uncrustable a sandwich or a ravioli?
It's a ravioli.
I think it's a ravioli.
But then a
It's
dumpling.
even, or it's a dumpling. It could be a dumpling.
But a dumpling specifically has you fold and then pinch half of it.
Yeah.
So
Anyone
a hot
seen
dog
an
is.
Uncrustable be made?
No,
How
I'm
do they
not.
make them?
I don't know.
What?
An Uncrustable.
Uncrustable?
I
Probably a
assume it's a
machine.
press.
We could
It's
watch how
probably-
it's made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that with the dumpling argument, a hot dog is one step away from being a dumpling, which is sealing the outside.
Yeah, but
Is that a
it's
corn
one big jump.
If an Uncrustable had crust, would it be a sandwich?
No, because it's still all the way
It's
around.
sealed, so it's
It's
still
sealed.
ravioli. But I
Nothing's
think
getting out of there.
It's still ravioli, duh.
If you cut an Uncrustable in half, then it's sort of a sandwich.
then it's a hot dog.
It's still been ravioli.
Yeah. Yes, because if you turn it sideways, it's exactly a hot dog.
Okay, real quick. I think we have to make this the designation between a hot dog being specifically, like, I think a hot dog label includes hot dog as the filling. Or like some hot dog like thing, right?
A broad or something.
Yeah, a brat would also be
Yes.
considered like a hot dog, or like a veggie dog's obviously very clearly a hot dog. But I think where we have to play around with is if you replace that hot dog, then what is it? Because that's really what a
Yeah.
hot dog is.
Yeah.
So if you put turkey, lettuce, mayo inside of a hot dog bun, what is that?
Sandwich, because it's going to fold all the way over. It's the dog in the middle that stops it from completing
But
the...
what if you stuff it?
What if you roll up the turkey and then put it in?
I think that's a joint.
It's a ton of turkey.
It's a roll. A hot
Around
dog
the
is
legs.
just a roll, right?
Lobster rolls.
Yeah, lobster roll, crab roll.
What's that?
It's just like
Oh.
in a hot dog
Lobster.
bun, but with other fillings.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so
And it's
good.
lobster,
Dang.
and it's not a hot dog, and it's not a sandwich. It's a lobster.
Roll.
Well, nothing else can be a hot dog unless it includes a hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog roll. Hot
So,
dog sandwich.
Hot
So
dog buns are called hot dog buns, but they can also be used for other things.
Well, I would argue they're just called buns. Oh, they are.
They
Yeah.
market them as
Hot
hot
dog
dog
buns.
buns.
They're hot dog buns.
Except when used with lobster, it's a roll.
It's a roll,
Hmm.
pretty clearly.
Who decided?
So then, is it if you take an open faced sandwich? So is your sub sandwich? Is that a roll?
In
I
the
would-
eyes of lobster roll makers, probably.
I would think it'd have to be.
Because it looks
Yeah.
exactly the same. It's just like a hot dog bun overflowing with lobster, and it looks like a sub filled with lobster. So a sub technically could be a roll.
Hmm.
Right, because it's still connected.
Yeah.
But is like never mind.
At what point does it become a wrap then?
Maybe when it all like wraps around each other.
Once there's overlapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you take a taco and you just fold over the very end, just barely,
a hard
Burrito.
taco?
it's now a burrito.
Yes, if
That's-
you wrap up a taco.
What's an enchilada?
Well,
What's
enchiladas.
What's a chimichanga?
It's like a taquito.
A fried burrito.
But is it taquito?
I would say
burrito?
enchilada is a
Oh, I
casserole,
didn't know.
which is a whole nother.
I'd say it's a wrap.
Oh,
An enchilada.
okay, but
Along with a
a
burrito.
burrito's also a wrap.
But it's made in a pan.
Also,
Once you
you
involve
eat
a
it with
pan.
a fork.
Well, lasagna's a sandwich.
It's not.
Lasagna's a cake.
Yeah, but there's no
Cake's a sandwich.
there's no act
Can we put that
of
on the roll-up?
sandwiching.
Lasagna's a sandwich.
Yeah.
On the roll-up.
Yeah, definitely. There's no active sandwiching,
And enchiladas.
so that has to be a wrap. So then wraps do
guess.
exist.
Yeah, but I'd say it's more important than that. It's like a collection of wraps. You know, because the thing, what about this? Lasagna is like sheets of pasta, right?
Mhm.
It's like sheets.
and you're
But-
sandwiching them.
Yeah, but enchiladas, they're individual. It's like sardines. You're packing
Sure.
them in there.
Right.
So they're like individual compartments rather than one sandwich.
But I think you have to look at the individual. What is one enchilada?
Well, you're never eating. You make it as a whole.
I disagree.
You've made one enchilada, a
Yeah.
single enchilada. No,
Yes.
you haven't.
No, you have not.
Okay, I haven't, but I have considered it, and it wouldn't. It would still be enchiladas if I took corn tortillas.
Enchilada.
No, be a taquito.
What if I put them next to each other? I think you need.
That's
do you need,
two.
Do you need more than one
Yes.
to make it?
I think
And
the
enchilada?
sauce is the enchilada main staple.
If you took a bunch of
Sauce
taquitos
on taquitos.
and laid them into a pan and sauced them and cheesed them,
Taquitos are wraps, right? We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Or a roll.
Roll, whatever. Well, I thought
No.
roll was like hot
The-
dog buns.
The roll is like a fold, is what we're calling like a fold.
Oh, but these are actually like
Roll.
wraps.
Yeah. Well, I would say
It's a rolled wrap.
It's a chip.
Yes.
yes.
So,
Oh,
so
wait, no, it's not a chip. I was thinking of
Taquitos.
what are those
I don't
things
even know
that
if
Jackie
I'm
likes?
picturing these foods
They're
right in my
spicy.
mind. Yeah, taquitos.
oh, you're talking about
They're crunchy.
Takis.
Takis.
Oh,
That's
But a
what I was
Taki-
thinking
Takis.
of.
A Taki has no filling.
I've
So
smoked a
it's-
Taki,
Yeah,
and
but,
it's hollow.
but taquitos usually do. They have,
Right. So Takis, I think, are chips.
They're
Yes.
not sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's like a fry.
You heard it here first. Takis are not sandwiches.
And they're definitely chips.
I would say it's more like a fry.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
No.
It's a fry shape.
It's
name
not.
something. Name something besides potatoes that could be fries. I could name one
Pickles.
for sure.
Three fries.
Sweet potato.
Well, what about this? They call in England. They call fries chips.
Ho ho ho.
Mm.
This is all conceptualizing.
Just saying.
That's all this is.
They invented our language and they call fries chips. So, how about
And
that?
they call chips crisps. So, Takis are definitely crisps.
Well,
They're crisp.
They are crisp.
They're real crisp.
What if you had a flock? What if you had a floppy taquito?
they are
Or
tortillas.
Taki?
Like they're tortilla chips, right?
Right.
Then it'd
So you
be
have
a
to take
fry.
that into account.
They're not fried though.
Fries.
When you say
So they're
fries, though, you're
thinking
saying potatoes.
French
French
fries.
fries.
French fries, right?
Oh shoot. Yep.
Because like
French
a
fries.
corn dog's not a fry, you know.
Right.
Although chicken fries are fries. And
It could
they're
be like a
chicken.
straw. You know, like veggie straws. It's like the same concept.
Well, Yeah, but those are straws, and chicken fries are definitely tenders.
Chicken fries?
From
Yeah.
Burger King.
From BK
Oh, I've
Lounge.
never had them.
They're okay. They're kind of overpriced.
Yeah, they're pretty much the most processed chicken you
Yeah,
ever
it's
buy.
literally chicken tubes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
like instead of making it into a dinosaur, you make it into a tube.
Dude, dino nuggets.
Yeah,
Jeez.
geez, throwback.
Wow.
So okay, let's break down what we've established so far.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
So if you take one piece and wrap it, it's a roll, correct?
I thought that was a hot dog.
If it's
Well,
wrapped.
A hot dog is a roll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, hot dogs are rolled.
I
I'm
can
game to
agree that
conclude
of all of these things, a hot dog is a roll.
Okay, so a taco's a roll.
No.
I
What?
think
Soft shell or
A
hard
roll?
shell?
Soft shell. I've only talked
Yeah.
about soft shell so far.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Wrap.
I
It's
think
a wrap,
I can get behind
yeah.
that.
But it only folds. It doesn't continue. It's basically like half a quesadilla.
I would call that a roll.
It's got to be a roll.
I think
in order
the
for a
roll
wrap-
involves like a stuffing motion with
Yeah, and it's
the
more of a,
insides.
So if you make a taco big enough, it becomes a roll. Like a chalupa is a roll.
no, I don't think so. But it starts out flat. Buns with things that are in rolls don't start out flat.
They could. Bread.
But they don't.
I think there are many
They're
things
cut.
we're not going to agree on here, but I think we all know a lasagna is a sandwich
Correct.
and a hot dog is not.
I think we can agree on that.
I think that's the conclusion.
Okay,
That's the
I think
conclusion.
we need to address where we started, which is if the sides of the hot dog break, are we then at a sandwich? I would argue you have to be.
If the ends break.
If the connector breaks,
I would say
100%.
it has to be
In a
sandwich.
hot dog?
In a hot dog.
If a burrito were cut down the middle.
I think the
sandwich.
essential thing is the hot dog.
Yep.
So it might be a hot dog sandwich, but
Yeah.
it's not a hot dog.
Cool.
roll.
That's fine.
Amazing.
I can agree
It's a
with that.
sandwich
That's
of a
fine.
hot dog.
Yes.
It's a hot dog being sandwiched. Being verb.
Verbed.
All right.
Wow.
And we'll tackle corn dogs and ravioli on the next episode.
And who said America can't agree on anything? Alright, that's a wrap. End of episode. Motalk.
Yeah.
Motalk.
See you next time on
See you next
Motalk.
time.